here. The rain might be pouring outside, but inside we are ready to soak up the knowledge on the second day of our session. Let's make today as refreshing and enriching as the cool breeze of a rainy morning. Welcome to day 2 of the Faculty Development Program on leveraging data science for sustainable development, strategies and practical applications. After an incredible start yesterday, we are excited to dive deeper into this transformative journey with today's sessions. Today's agenda features hands-on training and thought-provoking discussions on the pivotal role of data science in addressing real-world sustainability challenges. We are privileged to have Dr. Doreen Hephzibah Miriam, an eminent scholar, visionary, and trailblazer in the field of computational intelligence, to lead us through today's key session. We welcome you, ma'am. It's my honor to introduce our distinguished speaker, Dr. Doreen Hephzibah Miriam, who currently serves as the CEO and Director of the Computational Intelligence Research Foundation, CIRF, Chennai. With a PhD in Computer Science and Engineering from Anna University, she brings over a decade of rich experience as an educator, researcher, and innovator. Dr. Miriam has made substantial contributions to domains like blockchain integrated cybersecurity, predictive analytics in healthcare, and AI-driven disease detection. Her groundbreaking research includes work on deep learning, natural language processing, and urban sustainability solutions. A passionate educator, she has conducted transformative workshops and hands-on sessions, empowering over 10,000 learners in digital tools, 7,000 in Python programming, and 5,000 in advanced AI technologies. She is also peer reviewer for the esteemed Journal of Parallel and Distributed Systems, Elsevier, and an active member of professional bodies such as ISTE, CSI, and ACM. Additionally, her global impact is evident in her role as an international facilitator at programs like Hagai in Hawaii, reflecting her exceptional leadership and influence. Today's session, titled Leveraging Data Science for Sustainable Development, Strategies and Practical Applications, will offer valuable insights into harnessing data science to address pressing challenges in urban planning, resource management, and sustainability. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. Doreen Hephzibah Miriam.
Rain. Why are you happy today?
Because you are alive.
You are?
Alive.
You are alive. Thank you so much. Then why are you happy today? Many a times I ask this question, right, in on my session. Like per year I give more than, I don't know how many sessions, right? It will be more than 500 plus sessions on October. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the welcome address. Thank you, Chetna, ma'am. I've never met Chetna, ma'am. And during pandemic, we got connected through online and she learned and we've taken a lot of courses and she's a very good collaborator. Thank you so much. I thank the SSMRV for having invited me for the session. Many times I ask this question. How are you? Right? Many people say, yeah, we are fine. And the next question I'll ask you, why are you happy today? Only two of them answered. One answered rain and one answered alive, and other answered with a smile, right? Sometimes we don't reason out, right? So, how many of your faculties of this college? Okay, how many of your faculties of other college? Any students? All right. So we have different sectors of people here, and I don't know it's not still. Alright, so I'd like to, so today, yesterday we would have started with this faculty development program, yes? What did you learn yesterday?
Integrating IoT with AI.
IoT with?
Yeah.
What are the tools you learned?
We learned about the sensors,
Huh?
sensor,
Sensor.
Arduino software.
Okay.
Again,
How to collect the data from the sensors to
Okay.
Excel.
Do you have hands-on?
Yes.
Yes.
With Arduino?
Yes.
Yes.
Not Arduino, I think
Node
this
ends,
one.
node ends.
Node ends.
Node engines.
Node ends. Alright, thank you. So today we are going to see about data science, right? You all know about data science?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? How many of you have worked in data science projects. What are the projects that you work?
Sentimental analysis of tomato issues.
Okay. Faculty or student?
Students.
From faculty, because it is faculty development, let's focus on the faculty first. Right, how many of you work in data science? Yes, no? Not much? Little bit, right? So I always think investing on students more than investing on faculty is very important, because your students will go after a few years of college, but faculties will be retained in the college, and through you thousands and thousands of students could be trained. So no worries whether you have a prior knowledge or you don't have a prior knowledge, that is fine. So today's session will be building of hands-on and with what data science means, right? So today the topic is leveraging the main topic is leveraging data science for sustainable development strategy. You know what is sustainable development? Do you know UN Sustainable Development Goals? How many goals are there?
17.
17. Who said 17? Student or faculty? Faculty. A big round of applause. Okay. Alright. So 17 goals are there. For some of you, UN SDG goal itself will be new for you. That is okay. Every day is a learning experience, right? So I never think people should know everything, but I can tell you the way you step in will not be the way that you step out. You will learn something new. Right? Data science is what you think. What does data science means? Dealing with data then? Anybody, what does data science mean to you? You could be right, you could be wrong, you are not sitting in an interview.
Using a lot of data with retrieving insights from.
Retrieving insights, a big round of applause. Why you got vitamin J? You know what is vitamin J? Vitamin jealous. A big round of applause to you. Pooja, big round of applause to Pooja. You all learn science in 6th standard, from 6th standard, right? What do you learn in physics?
Newton's
What do you
law.
learn in physics?
Laws.
Laws.
Basically, how this universe works.
How universe works, what is measurement, what is gravity,
Yes.
all instance and all laws. What do you learn in chemistry?
Chemical
Chemical
reactions.
reactions. What do you learn? Huh?
Bonding. Chemical
Bonding, chemical bonding reactions. You have got physical, organic, inorganic, right? Going back. What do you learn in botany?
Plants.
What do you learn in zoology?
Animals.
So it is all combined to be, what is that subject called as?
Science.
So in data science, as Pooja said, you are going to learn, listen carefully, you are going to learn the patterns of data. How the data are, right? How the data can be used. What is useful data and what is useless data. As a human, you cannot process 10 lakhs of data in microseconds, yes? But that can be done through this, right? Today's session will be taking up a data set, and we'll be expanding the data set using exploratory data analysis. You have a prior knowledge, yes, no, that's fine, but you'll be able to do it, right? I'm not going to fully go into the theory part. Starting, we'll have some theory part, and then binding will go with hands-on sessions, alright? Only you need to have systems to think with. Before which we play a game. Alright, I'll give you 30 seconds. This is not the game. Okay, this is like revision exam. Right, you need to read from first to the last and last to first. You need, how many seconds will be given? 30 seconds will be given. You should not read the word, rather you should read the, what is this? Red, blue, yellow, green, and so much. Is the rule of the game clear? From the first to last, again from last to first. Alright? Alright. So from first to last and last to first. Rule of the, how many seconds will be given? And you should read it in mute mode. What is mute mode? You should read it in your mind. You remember during online classes. Mute your mics on, mute your mics, right? So shall we begin? Yes. Let's start. the way, from first to last, last to first. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Completed?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes. I'm not going to ask yes or no. What was your experience? One word from each row. What was your experience?
Focus and concentration.
Focus on concentration. You need our attention. Focus already told you should. You can tell the positive and negatives. That they told you. Focus, attention, concentration.
Challenging.
It was confusing, challenging.
Mind always focus on the alphabet.
Alphabets, not the color. You read the words and say, no, you have to read the color. All right? Yes.
Time management.
Time management was difficult. Confusing. Until it.
You could say that how mind processes.
You are focusing on how your mind is processing. What's your experience? Look at me, all look at, don't look at computer, look at me. You like me or not, the entire day you have to look at me. Yes? Challenging.
It was like struggling.
It was like struggling.
Complex.
If I asked you to read those words, I think within 15 seconds you should have completed. Yes or no? Because we are very good in speaking. Knowing the content of it, red, blue, green, yellow, something is we can complete. But only the trick is I don't read the word, but read the color. So what happens in your mind is a processing which analyzes. Sometimes you go wrong, again you rewind back and say. So in data science, right, when you take in data science, your analysis is very, very important, right? How do you analyze and come the right words said by Pooja? How do you get insights from the data? You all go to shopping to buy dress. How do you buy a dress? First is the amount. Right?
Budget.
You cannot go and buy 10,000 rupees even though the dress fits you, you like it, you first have your budget. Second, choosing the shop, which is the best offer shop, Black Friday. Then online or offline, yes. Then third, quality. Then size. Then discount. Then design, brand, pattern, color, quality. This is what is data analysis all about. To buy one dress, we do lot of. Imagine finding a groom and a bride. Yes or no? That's a big data science, right? You cannot predict. Everything looks good on marriage. Only after traveling some years we know if it is good or bad, right? So this is going to work with lot of data sets, right? You do lot of analysis. Now you know that your brain can work, but the limitation is it can work for limited set of data. But here it can work for analyzing and knowing facts is very, very important. Let's go on to the next. What will replace this question mark? Don't think technically, but think logically. 3 plus 1 is 3, 6 plus 2 is 2, 4 plus 6, what is 5 plus 4 would be? 4. 4, good try but not right answer, then. There are teachers, no? Teach us. No? 15 seconds over.
5.
2 marks.
5, 2, good try. What's your name, sir? Prince. Okay, that's what he's able to answer. A big round of applause for Prince, sir. How is it? Last digit, right? A big round of applause. I think all P's are working together, right? Pooja and Prince. Yeah. So 3 ones are? 6 twos are? What's one's place? 6 fours are? What is in one's place? 7 6 are? 5 fours are? What would be the answer then? This is what is analyzing of data. Everything in data is not raw when you take data, right? Everything is not a structured data, right? At CIRF we have students who works from data from a website. They scrap the website, they convert into a structured data, and from that they take insights. You take Amazon reviews, it's structured or unstructured. Like 2 students told they worked on NLP with sentimental analysis or something. There you have to break it up. So to analyze data in internet and whatever you want to do an analysis, it is not like in Excel file or in databases. It will be in this form. You have to find, listen carefully, you need to find the patterns of data. You can make a note. That is very important on data science. 2 words are important. At the end of today, we are going to have an MCQ. Let's see who's going to be the winner, right? Right? 20 MCQ questions, right? I always tell this. Begin with the end in mind. How many of you have read this book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective Leader by Stephen Covey? Yes? You know, the second point is, he said about 7 habits. The second one, he says, begin with end in mind. Say, everybody say together.
End in mind.
Once again, begin with end in mind. Let's everybody say 1, 2, 3, start. Begin with end in mind. I always tell this on all the faculties, development programs, right? Before you take the class for 45 minutes or 15 minutes, right? You should know what should be the end product by the time you start off. Right? So, like before you take a subject, you should know what is the program outcome of the session, what is the course outcome of the session. So that's what I want to tell you. At the end of it, you have to answer like 20 MCQ questions. It's self-evaluated. So this is all data science. You need to know the patterns of the data. Unless you know the fact, right? You know the fact of it. You know multiplication. But how do you apply it is very, very important, right? So when you take data science, it has got a lot of theories, methods, and technology, right? Many things are there. See, first in this session, we are going to see about visualization. Right? Visualizing your data is very, very important, right? How many of you, which college, different colleges? SSMRV?
Area.
Huh? Area college? I have to keep your carry.
Oxford Political Science, San Francisco.
SSMRV, permutation and combination.
This is another.
SSMRV. Huh?
SSMR.
Student, you are student, huh? No students, only faculty. This is faculty development program.
Yeah.
Students are added ingredients. I have been into teaching for a decade, so I know what happens. Huh?
Atrium.
Atrium, okay. So you,
VT.
huh?
Vishweshwaraya Technological.
Vishweshwara Technology. So different colleges. See, anybody comes to your college, how many years old is SSMR? Who knows? I don't even my age. How would I know the age of college? What is the age of your college?
40.
25 years. Say for example, any students come to your college. On your entrance, you're going to have a big board, 25 years. How many students have exited out of this college? How many of them are released? How many of them are what their current position? There is going to be one visualization. You need not have any branding for your college. They come, they see, because action speaks more than, a picture is more than 1,000 words. So that is what is the power of visualization, right? So those things you can do it as faculties and students. You have got a lot of data in your college itself, right? When your student comes into a college, now I'll ask the students, right? When you join college, what are the data you give to college?
Personal data.
Don't give general. Where you live in this, I live in this world. It is like that, right? I want. What are the details you give to the college for admission? Your name, smart card, passing set, Aadhaar card, ration card, BTC, then your address, your blood group, photos, signature, fees. Other than your Jadagam, you give everything. Yes, to the college, right? And then that is what is your entry point. After you come, maybe if you come to first year, how many internals generally you have? 2 to 3 internals. Then your exam starts. Then you go to your second semester, again internals, again third. See, if I want to analyze your data, by the end of first year and second year starting, you can have a prediction model and tell to your parents, if you are going to have machine learning, your child in this college have taken these many steps in first and 1.5 years, and this is what I can predict how the child will be in final year, whether she will get placed, he or she can be placed or not. Those things we can do it. Are we doing it? We know it, right? We know technology, and the thing is we are not applying. Maybe that is what the safety becomes for more hands-on. So I'm giving you examples where you can connect yourself, where you can apply technology. That is what in machine learning and deep learning, because I handle courses on machine learning, deep learning, image processing, video analytics. This month we are going to have a faculty program, faculty internship on generative AI. right? So, because those things I always think investing on faculty is important than investing on students. Because through faculties, I think thousands and thousands of students can be trained through their entire career. Students should be there. You know, nowadays some faculty students are even better than faculties. Why? Because they learn a lot, right? And it is not that you have got things, but you have to find time to equip yourself. That is what you have all come beyond your comfort zones to sit in a class environment to learn something. Alright? So how many of you know about Tableau, Power BI? Okay, those are similar tools that we are not going to see. So data science is the study of data to extract meaningful insights for business. That is what Buddha said. It's very, very important, right? If I'm going to have data sets of sales data set, right? See, January this much have been served, February, March. By December, I should say what will be the prediction for the next 5 years. How many of you buy products in Amazon? Alright. What is the recent product that we bought and that can be told?
Pixelate.
Huh?
Pixelate. Pixelate mobile. My phone.
Pixelate mobile. Then
Slipper.
slipper.
Zipper.
Zipper. Okay, slipper. Then dresses. How do you find it out? First you go to the reviews and you know we always want what others have gotten, right? We always customer who bought this product has also viewed this product. You search and then you want to. We always want to know what others are doing it. So where you see lot of recommendation system works. That what is that behind this data science? You all watch videos in YouTube. If you see one YouTube, can you see the related YouTube? Why? How does it come? Whether YouTube has got brain to work?
No.
What runs behind is a recommendation that comes under data science. It processes every bit of it, right? How do you search data, and then it comes into your recommendation system. So that is got study of data. Even whatever you do, click on your mobile phones, on your system, everything is recorded. Being a cyber security or a cyber forensics person, I can tell nothing is transferred. You keep encrypted form, you keep a log. If it comes to the forensics tool, if I drag on, if you permanently delete also, we can retrieve everything from the mobile, right? Because we do a lot of cases when we work with people, right? Some critical cases. People think deleted, permanently deleted, nothing is deleted, everything could be retrieved, right? So here is study of data to extract meaningful insights, right? It's not getting all data, what is needed. See, even in Amazon, if you go, what product you need, you filter it out and then you take it out, right? And it is a multidisciplinary approach and it's from mathematics. See, they are training data science for commerce students, right? Commerce students, they do beautiful because at internships at CIRF, every implant training, we provide like 15 days, 30 days, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. Everybody will develop a product on their own, project on their own. Commerce students are doing exactly what you know, they are very good at numbers. Yes? And see how computer science students and faculty should stand in front of them. Alright? We have trained mechanical students, we have trained physics students, chemistry PG students, right? For their research results, right? So which means computer science, like you know, before when you go to job in 80s and all, they'll ask, do you have any computer typewriting knowledge? You remember, maybe you're gonna after that they will say, do you know any computer knowledge? In 2050, any job you are going to go, you go to an accountant job, or you go to a teaching job, or you go to a salesperson job, one of the skills that is mandatory needed is data science. Right? Data science is a mandatory skill. And there are two things, one is data analyst and data scientist. Data analyst everybody can become. How many of you belong to computer science? Okay. As computer science, that where you stand far behind, is only you become a data scientist. Right? How do you analyze the data? Right? So data science combines a lot of methods, tools and technology. See, you see here, what are the words you can see from this picture? Analysis, process, knowledge, solving, algorithm. So it is not just one word, it's a bigger umbrella word. Right? Learning data science, it takes years, but you have to equip yourself. Once you know the skeleton of it, then it will be easy for you to work on with that. So this already I told. Here, you can work on both structured data and unstructured. What is an example of structured data? Excel. JSON. All answers I'm getting only from students. Let me come to this. That is Pakistan. Let's come to India. Let's ask. Yes. What are the other structured data sets? Microsoft Access, Oracle, dictionary. Then teachers always say we are good in lecturing. Don't ask us questions. Yeah. Okay. Don't worry. So an unstructured data is a text file. It could be an image, right? Which is not on a normal format, right? So all these you can use it on data science. There is not only a structured data or only an unstructured data or semi-structured. Anybody here has worked on Hadoop? Map reducing, yes or no?
No.
H-based. So that is the heart of it. When I started, see, I was working for engineering colleges for a decade, being a professor in it, right? And then I started this company, right? CIR. Now we have two companies. One is Computational Intelligence Research Foundation, and this Computational Intelligence Innotech Private Limited. Right? When I started the first course that we are taking this one, Big Data Analytics. But as we journey through, we cater around 20 plus courses, right? So, and data science is something very easy for people to learn. Alright, so this is the structure of data science. This is the heart. Right? What is the intersection between? For business, they need data science, business analytics. Anybody from finance background here? Financial analytics, right? I don't know whether in Tamil Nadu we have something called non-mudalman. I don't know, you don't have it, right? Which means they skill develop all the students on latest technology with project development. So I didn't go for students training because it's a large time. I invested on faculties. Every time when it comes to faculty or students, I give importance to faculty. I think faculty should be equipped, right? Sometimes you keep running, coming to college, doing academics, teaching, correcting, that paperwork, NPA, NAT, ACT, at the end, you know,
More than basic issue documentation nowadays.
everything you do, see at the end of it, I tell faculties at every end of semester, see what is your personal growth in your academic growth. You're coming to college to earn, you get your monthly salary. That does not end simple, right? How many papers are you publishing? How many domains you work on to it? When I was in HR, I make it mandatory, all the faculties must publish one paper per semester. Maybe with students, right? Per year, not per semester, per year. We have made a domain based because the faculty's name will be on the paper and that aids your personal growth, academic growth. Right? That's very, very important. Sometimes you become so mechanical, you don't grow your personal academic things, right? Personal academic things is very important. More importantly, your health also. Right? I'll come to that after some time. So when you take computer science and statistical, the intersection is machine learning, and then comes your, so all the heart of the structure is data sets. Today you are going to take, how can you take a structured data set? How can you import into, anybody has worked in Colab? Okay, so, alright, I'm going to use the same Colab. Right? How do you, maybe for some it is new, some it is not new. For some it is, who knows it can help out others. Right? So what is the future of data science? Problems in handling data. How many of you use mobile without internet? Nobody. You can live even without oxygen but not without internet. Right? How many of you even without brushing your teeth you take your mobile and smile at it? Yeah? I'm opening all up. What are the applications you open today alone? WhatsApp. Instagram. Snapchat. YouTube.
And
Google.
zero the
Nothing.
Grow,
These are
grow.
nothing.
Grow.
Let me come to SSMRV. That was his one. WhatsApp.
What is the timetable?
What is the time? Well and night is whether we have FTP or not.
Then any program for
Any program can be
cancelled.
cancelled. If cancelled, it is so good. We have a school in Ainavaram. My parents have a school for K to 12. We cater around 42 years. And another school we have is Bethel Global School. More than students asking me whether school is working or not because of the cycle. The first call before the faculty. I will tell, even if it is leave for students, faculties must come if there is no water log. Alright, so see, today alone you use Instagram, WhatsApp, Snapchat, then you don't leave anything, Spotify, YouTube,
Big basket.
Big Basket, Meesho, Washo, though you buy it or not, you keep digging into it, right? Which means when you use your mobile with the internet, listen carefully, either you push data into the internet or you pull data out of internet. Only two things that you do, right? Yes or no? Which means that itself is a huge volume of data on the internet, right? The patterns of uses, right? When you are small, right? For the fact that is when you are small, when you get so much of angry, what you will do? When you are angry with your parent, not the teacher, you can do your angry, you smile and go. Though you like it or not, students will understand. But with the parents, throw what you have, then there will be one more door in your house. That bedroom door, what is it that does? You keep banging the door as if it is going to go, right? So that is how the emotional thing was seen. Because being a researcher, now your emotional can be tracked the way you tap in your mobiles, right? There's a research, the research they're doing, I don't know, Spotify or I forgot, right? The application, the way you tap your mobile, it will know what temper you are and it will sequence the musical pattern in such a way to make your rough mode to a soft mode or calm mode. How much investigation and data, this, what is running behind this data science? The momentum in which you tap. When you are angry, how you use your mobile phone? As if it is your lover, you scratch it, do this, try to open 10 applications, useless things. Yes or no, when you get angry, poor soul is our mobile now, right? Yes or no, you keep tapping it. Now you see, because I counsel a lot of young people. Right? Only parents say, when this my daughter is getting angry, she is going inside the room, locking and using mobile. I don't know what she is doing. I don't use a screen mirroring, then you will know what she is doing, right? Alright, so problems in handling data. Never ending growth. See, you are just one individual. How many of you are having more than 2 email IDs? Which means more than 2 IP addresses. Then you have got more than 2 locations in the web cyber world. How many devices in your phone are using internet?
Most of them.
How many? Approximately.
3,
5,
5 to
10. How many? 5 people, 5 mobile, half is one mobile, home mobile, 5 into 2, 10 mobiles. TV, internet, that is another IP. Then laptops, then iPad, right? So, which means in the in the real world you have little address, but in the cyber world you have got more addresses, right? And then increased demand for data scientists, right? Popularity of data, right? And popularity of machine learning. So this is what is important on data science applications, right? You see ads, when you see on Google, do you see ads?
Yes.
ABS. That comes under data science analysis. So at CIRF in 2018, yeah, I launched the Google ads, right? On big data analytics course. Then it means I have to bid, there's something called Google AdWords. Anybody has worked on Google AdWords? Right? We have to set it up a profile and this is how I want my ad to come and I have to bid for 1 click 5 rupees. Right? I bid it for maybe Coursera or Edureka will bid 1 click for 100 rupees. So who bids higher, their ad will come up. So that is what, so data science it sees and we have to define which location, which zone. How many of you have done Facebook ads? I don't know. Facebook ads, Instagram ads, because we do by and large, so we do it for customers, so we know it. But the heart of behind is data science, right? For internet search, you search something, right, on Google. If you type Apple, what you get? You get both apples and Mac. Yes, it's because it shows your previous history. How many of you have experienced? You search something, maybe if you want to buy a sofa to your home, right? You search even without going to Gmail. You search sofa. Then you go into Gmail. Can you see the relevant ads on there, right? Yes. How does that know? Which means every search of it is being bribed by Google. I'll show how my company works. I'll show you about Google Analytics before the end of the day. So it gives me recommendation, right? Then it will tell you this would be better for you. Even you can find, you keep your mobile, you speak something at home.
Yesterday we got IoT ads when I went home.
I'll tell you, you don't even switch on your mobile. You just tell in your home there are many rats in your home. I don't know how to avoid rats. Just you're speaking with your family members, not to mobile. Next time you open Facebook video or YouTube video, it will give you recommendation how to avoid rats. Which means who's propping everything? also taken as a search history. Right? Many people don't know. The data science in e-commerce is by and large more. We are very good customers of Amazon. There are many people who don't buy things in Amazon but still digging at Amazon, and they get a lot of profit. Even every search of you has got profit to them. Do you know about it? Amazon, Flipkart, Meesho, Ola, Uber, Swiggy, Zepto, Topto, everything, right? So, and when you buy something, it will say, you try to buy a chicken shawarma. It will come and say, this quarter 40% off. Then I might go for 60% off. Right? Everything, what runs behind this? Data science, right? The data science for education, people try to learn. I want to become a data scientist. We are very good, no? We have done a research. Indians are the one who gives very good Google search rankings. Right? Want to become data scientists. Then Google should understand they want a course. Right? That is the students' role, right? They work on NLP, that works on collecting the students' feedback. You have any ERP for your college? Softwares like Google Classroom?
Yeah.
What is the tool that you use?
Linguist.
Linguist.
Pickler, Edu.
Huh? You know, then.
Pickler and Edu.
Plan, okay. Success factor. So many tools. So it gives the students feedback. It will give them how they have to improvise. And for video streaming, that's what I told. What's an example? YouTube, right? It gives your recommendation. But what runs? See, as students, you can train your students to make a simple project to just do a video recommendation on YouTube. Maybe they can download 10 videos, upload onto a system, and one can search from the tags they have to find and then recommend system. Simple project you can make. See, always I also tell faculties, don't imagine your students should do. See, they are just learning first year, second year, third and final year. And you think the final year project should be in such a way like a BCS project. Is it possible for students? What students will go out, buy and come. And people who are selling project has got a good grade. I tell, when I was in professor and head, any student buying from projects from outside, I failed them. Even if it is no year, final year, I have failed them. But if they are able to put data into Access, Microsoft Access and get it back, I definitely give them even rather good grades. So faculty's mindset should be in such a way, make students right from the first semester, second semester, whatever courses you teach, give them hands-on, small projects to work. And don't think them to do you cook food at home. Is it healthy or hotel food is healthy?
Both are same.
Both are same. You are married?
No.
When your wife comes, I come and speak with you. Then you will say. Now you will not, when your mother
Due
puts
to
it.
that parents, they can say home food is good.
No, even your mother will say food is not good. You are not married. You'll get married, your wife will come. No taste, but you tell you so tasty.
I can say that.
That time you understand how good your mother was. Alright? So, until marriage is a good life, okay? Don't worry about it. Alright? So, this is how data science works on with it. Even for food industry, data science plays a vital role. Right? So, data science, this is the steps that you should know. I'm going to give you the skeleton, post which you can find work on projects on your own. First, you should understand what business you're going to work. What is the title for today? Data Science for Sustainable Development. I'll be showing the 7 goals, and from which I'm going to take one goal, and we're going to take a data set of a relevant goal, and we'll be doing a data analysis today. Alright? And then first you should understand what business you're going to do. And second, where you can take data. Last year, first year, second year students, they came on engineering for implant training. We taught them to scrap data from website. They scrapped, and everybody did projects on their own. Right? Scrap the data from website, converted the unstructured data to a structured data, and then some students came in for 3 months internship, and one student, right, I take very less students because I don't find much time. I juggle between school, the ministry and company, right, and one student wrote a paper on his own and is published in Google Scholar. I can show you that to you. See, this should be an outcome of every course that you do. And this, I advise faculties to upgrade your Google Scholar. Right? At least one publication, at least once a year. Right? If you could see here, last year the student came. Can you see here? A comprehensive scrapping of IMD. What is IMDb?
It gives reviews for movies.
Because students know. Now for us, what is IMDb itself is, right? Somehow he had top 50 movies and then he converted and then he started working. He learned on. He came for a 3-month sector. This is the outcome. This is not what certificates I give to them. This is the real output for them. This will speak for them for it. And he is the first author. Able to find, and we also connect 30 hours sports or cyber security with hands-on and theory. And you know, all our PG students of commerce, English, Tamil, maths, psychology, history, and even those students wrote technical papers like you can see too. Can you see here? Understanding the implication of SIM card. And this is also an MSc student, right? So this is very, very important. Why I'm trying to, this is not with the syllabus, but I want you to know as faculties what should be your output. Sometimes you go mechanical. Many faculties, like I've trained with more than 10,000 faculties around the world. They say me, after your session only I thought I should focus on myself now. You see, you can work for companies, you can work for colleges, but I think there's always a replacement for you. But when there is a replacement, when you go outside, you should be little above, and it's, when you are above in the college also, it's good for you. That's what I say. How do you take your data, right? How do you scrap data? Now I'm not going to work with scrapping data, then it became today's workshop. I'm going to give you how to fetch the benchmark data set, right? Then how do you clean your data, right? How do you clean your data? Whether your missing data are there, if there is some unwanted variables are there, and that duplicate values. For example, age is one column. What could be a minimum age of a human? Minimum, not maximum age, minimum. 1 day, 0.1, right? 1 day could be the age. What could be the maximum age of a human? 100. Tell 100 you live for 100 years. What is confess in your mouth is going to happen. Tell I will live for 150 years. Alright? Most of the time, we try to limit our own capability. Don't ever say, whenever you say 100 or more than that, alright? Suppose if your data set is going to have 150, or if your data set of age column is going to have 500, it is an outlier. So those things you need to fix, and also any missing values. I'll tell you about missing value packages also. Data exploration is how do you explore your data. That is what is my topic given for this session. And then you go for, we are not going for these, you go for feature engineering, then you go for predictive model and data visualization. So what are the data visualization packages you have used?
Matplotlib, Seaborn, Plotly.
Alright, so we'll see. Alright, so what are the applications of data science for image recognition? Do you have in Karnataka when you cross the traffic signals, it captures your name card and fine comes to your account?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that works in image recognition. Right, speech recognition. How many of you use Siri? That is speech recognition. Alexa sitting and speaking. Right? I tell artificial intelligence, all smart things are coming, but the natural intelligence is going low. Right? Digital advertisements. Right? This is UN Sustainable Development Goal. I'll give you 2 minutes, just open it up, and I want you to find for the 17 goals what could be the data science relevant applications. I'll give you next 5 minutes. Go there, find out what is the problem, then they come back and then they find solutions to problem. Right? So that is all. No poverty or zero hunger. Then communities. What? EV cars, right? Sustainable communities, right? Then the plastic, avoidance of plastic.
Traffic management.
Huh?
Management of traffic.
Traffic management, that is very important in Bangalore. I can come from Chennai to Bangalore, but within Bangalore it's the time that I can reach Chennai back. Alright, so that you can see such a how optimize routes that you can use. Sometimes you take even the predominant mapping tools that you use, it will take you roundabout for a shorter distance. Right? Then
Quality education.
Quality education, what could be the data set?
Like student performance and the risk of the management, overall the actions period, we need
Yes.
to get
Very good. Risk of management. See, for the past 10 years, how many students was the intake, how many students was the out, how many properly paid the fee, how will be the sustainable of the faculties in the college, taking care how much the faculties have contributed to it, right? Not regarding the students, only the management. Because if the management and the faculties are good, I think the colleges will go good. The food is good only when the quality of the ingredient is good. If the quality of the ingredient is not good, whatever good you make, it does not turn to be a good food. I always say when the students are the materials for us, if they want to be turning good, only thing that we should invest on faculty. Whenever I meet chairmen or CEOs of college, they put good products. Outcome will be good onto them. Very good analysis. Then
Peace, justice and
yes, sir.
institution. Peace, justice and strong institution.
Strong
Institutions.
institutions.
This is regarding the justice. When the justice system delivered to various countries.
Yeah. That's
Law and order situation.
law and order
Law and
situation.
order situation. Political scenario.
Political scenario. Yeah. Truly. Then
Zero
Zero hunger.
wasted management or food wastage.
Waste management. See how many hotels the food. There are many apps done by students. They collect the waste foods, not waste foods. The foods that is gone before getting spoiled, and then they go and distribute to people with half the price. Then
Good health and good academic.
Good health and
reason?
Clean water and sanitation.
Eighth one. Okay.
Unemployment.
Unemployment is the greatest risk. See, I tell people who are skilled are jobless. People who are middle skilled are job. Right? I tell people when they come, because into education I say, the people who are top rankers are not settled well. The bank benches and the 60 to 70% you see they are settled well. I think faculties can agree to it. Yes? Yes or no? Even when you study who got first rank, you will not be in par what you are today. That time you will be 60-70%, but you are far better than that. I always said one doesn't define. The success factor depends on your mental attitude and intentions, right? Success depends on your mental attitude and don't compare. Because in counseling I tell don't compare yourself. When we studied, right, in 80s, they say mark is important, first rank is important. Both my children, my daughter is in grade 12, my son is in grade 7, I tell, don't aim for first rank. This was my counseling for them right from primary till I tell, understand the concept. My son went one step third, he will learn and write, he will not go and write in the exam because he only don't understand the concept. So students are also so technically good. So I keep telling them, you get above 80%, that's fine with me. I'm not aiming them for 90-95%, but be successful in life. Successful in life is very important because after JEE, NEET results, so many candidates we say.
Yes.
That is not life. Because I'm to the institute of our school, right? Before, by 10-15 years, we will get faculties with 3 certificates in 10. What is 3 certificates? Failing. But they are good successful teachers.
IITs are not exempted.
So I tell failing is not, it's a stepping stone of success. Sometimes the college says you don't have job today. It's not a factor to get into depression. You have got a better chance outside, but you have to wait for a time to achieve it. Sometimes you're not successful in life because you get depressed of yourself. Sometimes you don't have even your confidence on your own self. Right? Don't depend on any strong force other than God. That's what I say. Any other thing?
Good health and well-being.
Good health and well-being, yes.
Drug addiction.
Drug addiction,
Breast cancer.
diabetes,
Water.
water quality. Yeah, water is something very, very essential. They have done a research at CIRF taking the water, how it could be purified because water is going to be because of its scarcity.
Drug prediction.
Drug prediction.
Not like cancer drugs or COVID-19 drugs.
Yes. And even in drugs, right, in pharmaceuticals, last time we trained 20 students on 6 months on young farm students on data science. They come, they don't even know what is Python, but they want published good papers. They are from SRM students. See what I'm trying to say, now we are able to apply how data science can be connected to your CV. This is what I want you to understand of this workshop, right, of this activity. So I also tell health is very important. Health is your wealth. In 2015, I was being the professor on health, right? In April, any head of the department, head of the department, students won't like us. The teachers won't like us. The management won't like us. Yes or no? They wanted result, student want leave, and they want parents and also the parents, right? And during April 30th, I was having a PTA meeting, very difficult. Internals, your student didn't do, he has to do, and I had just a fever. When you have fever, what you did? Because you're all MBBS doctors, right? That is how even I took paracetamol, you know. The next day I had May 1st of 2015, I had an inspection to go, right, to visit. They asked, I told, okay, May 1st, after I went to restroom, I became paralyzed below my hip. Both, and eventually May 2nd, both hands didn't work, and they took me to hospital, right? They took MRI, CT concentrated, even they took my cerebrospinal fluid. They were not able to find what is the cause of the disease. By assumption, doctors gave medicines, 25 medicines per time, so per day I was taking 75 medicines. After 30 days, I told, because I was not able to eat, I can inhale, I was not able to exhale. Because they are not able to figure out the solutions, I told doctors I'm going home. They just carried me bedsheet to home. My thigh became flat on bed. I was in catheter for 42 days. Doctors told I will not walk for life. I can walk only through wheelchair. After something, both hands started working well, and in July, my toes started little moving. My mother is a woman of faith. She said, you can say medically it is not possible, but faith in God, she will walk back again. In August, I started walking in walker, and I said last year alone, I've given 300 per session. This is my 120th session. Always I say, expect the unexpected. Everybody say together. That is the time, because before that I thought, if I don't go to college tomorrow, what my department is going to happen? I was in ICU, there was the next day there's replacement. Always think there is replacement for yourself. But you don't have any replacement for your family, for your husband, for your children, for your parents. So you should know, see, when you are in job, you give prior importance to work, you give least importance to health, you never ever care about your family, and you tell your family, because of you only I am going for work. But without you, what is going to happen? Nothing is going to happen. They are the losers. So I also wanted to focus on this good health and well-being. How many of you have taken master health checkup for this year? Why are not others? You know, even 15 years, 16 years, they are losing life. Master health checkup takes 2,000 rupees, 2,500. In blood itself, you can find whether you are going to be pre-diabetic, how is your liver working, how is your kidney working. If you take an ECG, you know how your heart is working. Right? I take a lot of stress management courses for Indian bank managers. If you see my profile on LinkedIn, you can find. Right? So what I'm trying to say, health, that is the time I found my health is my wealth. Without health, who was suffering? Only my family was suffering. So you try to take little projects, like faculties can guide students, everything you can, but students are super exponential. You tell them, they'll come out. But you are the guiding task for them. To be a guiding task, you should know what technologies are. Now we're able to apply. I want you to do final year projects right from third year to your students. Take these goals and relate it, and you're also building the community. It's not only the projects that you do, you build a community. What output does faculty scale, computer science students can do? What could be the output products? Mechanical students, they make machineries. Electrical students, electrical components. What computer softwares? What could be the output of softwares?
Solutions.
It could be a web application. It could be a mobile application. So take these goals. I tell you how to find data sets now. Some of you would have known it. And then, so when you take this data streams for, what are the data streams? Now you are able to understand why sustainable development. I was so happy when Chetnaman gave this title, right? I have never seen people taking sustainable development goals and data science together. That is most need of. Now we're able to, how many projects you have got in hand? I didn't tell you anything. I gave you just goals. I told you to find whether you're, now people are hungry, what project to develop, what project to develop. I know this only, they go to the moon to find projects. Right? That time they cannot go anything. Right? So, right from first year, second year, except now you've got hands on, then the students will also have a touch towards the society, what they need to do. Right? National census, right? Census data are available. World Bank, lot of credit card fraud and data sets are available. Right? Commercial data, phone. How many of you got fraudulent tracking? How many of you? What is the website? I'm little going out. What is the website where you can register your cybercrime? More than human crime, cybercrime is more important nowadays. The next world war will not be this war, it will be cyber war. Whether you are aware of it? Yes, no, yes?
Yes, no, correct.
This is cyber. Make a note of it. You can tell it to your students. If If it is, I can also take some online sessions on 30 hours of cyber course we take. Faculties instruments. This is cybercrime.gov.in. Right? For women and girls, if it is rape or anything that is obscene, they can report anonymously. Other than that, you have to report with your details. Right? And you can see you can register a complaint. Right? 1930 is the toll number. Can you see women and children related? Can you see anonymous financial fraud? And also I want you to go and find it out. Right? In Learning Corner. If you click on Learning Corner, can you see Daily Digest? These things you can tell to your students. 2nd December. Can you see from 29? If you click it on here, you will know what are the recent cyber crime happening just only in India and also international. Let it down low. Can you see? This is how government is giving. Can you see here? How many online fraud? It could be some other person, it could be you the next time. So these awareness we need to give it even to our students. Right? First for us and for our community. How many of you use Truecaller?
No.
That is the greatest scam. Twice unlist and uninstall Truecaller. If I speak about cyber security, the data science will go. If you want, you see my YouTube channel, Doreen. Alright, sensors, yesterday you worked on sensors,
yes,
right?
yes.
IoT, right? Citizen generated, like social media data, wearable data, right? And then spatial data sets, anybody has used? Spatial data sets, satellite information. Like you can find about agricultural drought, meteorological drought, hydrological drought. Like one student at our company, she worked with 1.2 crores of project. Now she's going to Korea for a PhD after her MS in computer science. Right? Earth observation, the drone images. Right? Other ministries, right? Environment, finance. So now you are able to understand why sustainable development goals and data science, how you can apply it. Able to understand? Any doubts till now?
No.
Yes? So now we are going into Python, right? How many of you know Python? Everybody? So we are going to use Python as a programming language. You know, Python, I don't know in Karnataka how the class 12 PU syllabus, do they learn Python?
In schools they learn Python.
Schools, that's what.
Yeah. CBSE, ICSE they learn Python. ICSE they also have this Arduino also. They learn IoT also.
Yeah. So here in Tamil Nadu, 12th standard students are learning Matplotlib. That's the final lesson. They learn full on Python. Right? So now you have to see where they are, where you are. After few years, they'll come to your college. So I spent every day 20 minutes learning something new. Right? Without that, we cannot survive, right? Learning is a everyday experience. If you want, I always say this quote wherever I go. Don't aim for perfection, aim for progress. Many a time you become failure in your life, I have to be very perfect. Anybody is perfect, whether you are perfect. But we should have a progress on every day on a good thing that we need to do. Right? See, keep progressing. Sometimes you do, this will not come for me. Some faculties, when I come for faculty, coding never comes for me. I am very good in teaching. Right? Nothing is in this world that is not. When you are born, you had a good mental power to crawl, to stand. You see how the child walks? Slow or fast? Very fast. You saw when it started walking, it did not go. Like my cousin brother said, his son is like 1.5 years. He walks fast, goes and bangs the head, then only he cries, oh, there's a bang. And he says, don't give reaction, then he will come. Without reaction, he's smiling. Alright? See, that is how children know they've got strong mental ability. Sometimes as parents, we force them and lose their mental ability. I tell it in counseling session, lot of children lose their confidence because of parents. Do not come. See that child how you are not. You will never come up in life. And faculty will say, you are the best batch I've ever seen. See, God has given you become a teacher. We have beautiful gift of God. I always say I bless my students, right? your best, right? One student was with me. He had 40 areas. Only in my paper he will pass. Right? The father is just a farmer. I told one day or the other, Narayanan, you can come into software field. You know, he cannot learn, he cannot write properly. But only through your works, I cleared. Now it has been years. Now he's working in a very good company in a good position. Nobody in college thought Narayanan will be into that position. See, that is how I find students are. Sometimes as faculty, you know, we speak to them and little they'll crawl and come, little one project. What project? Take it and go. Come for a bit. What they can do, only they can do. Nothing you cannot do more than your capabilities, right? So we are going to work with Python, right? And I'm not going to more do it. I can tell you the growth rate of data scientists, right, from 2017 to 2024. We are going to complete 24 last month of the year. Now I'm going to show you the projected salary increase of Python developers from 2024 to 2030. Minimum salary in lakhs, right? Last time I was in the FPP, right? One of the maths professor came and spoke to me. She's 25 years experience. She's a maths professor. She told, teach me data science, I want to become a data scientist. She's almost in 5 to 6 years for retirement. But see the words. I train PhD scholars, right? PhD faculties will come. I will never give any project. I train them and make them develop project. I help them manage. Last year of retirement, right? Last 2 months before, she completed a PhD.
Oh.
She's retiring. She's retired. Just 1 month before PhD, she said, ma'am, because of you, not because of me, it's the grace of God, and she, because of your guidance, I completed. You know, full white hair. I should come for online session to sit and learn. I will, what a perseverance, see? Can you see, I told ma'am, you learned it somewhere on the end of your life, it will help you to earn money. Learning is money. That you should keep strong in your mind. Working is not money. Many faculties you think working is money. Working is not money. Your college can have you, your college can give you, your company can have you, only learning. If you have got skill, nobody can. See, your mothers will cook well, right? Like mother, women are here. Even if you take your mother to Africa, whether they cook well, because it is a skill. Teaching is also a skill. Only once you upgrade. Right? Especially this department, computer science department. So coming to data science, how many of you know about this for analytics? Do you know about it? Descriptive, diagnostic. Students, keep your hands down. Predictive and prescriptive. Alright? This is the heart of data science analytics. I'll give you a very simple example to understand the concept. Right? So what is descriptive? How many of you have suffered with fever? How many of you suffered corona? Didn't get corona, then we are not Indian. I tell people, if you don't get corona, you are not. We are not corona. Even we crawled in corona without us. We didn't experience that. Alright, but how many of you took vaccination? Then it is useless. Without getting corona, why do you want to take vaccination? You are good in government force.
Precautions. We should not get corona. Precautions.
Not precautions, fear. I tell people, many people died in corona.
Because of fear.
Only because of fear. I know a person who was good, was recovering. Right in the morning he spoke. I told his children were so small. His left and right but passed away in the morning. After he passed away. So see my condition. People don't I not walk for life. It's grace of God. What is not possible with men, it is possible with God. Whatever challenges you face today is not a challenge. With God be your side and a positive will you'll be able to do it. Right? So when you have fever, you go to doctor. Yes or no? You got an experienced doctor or a fresh doctor? Why do you got an experienced doctor? He had died. He made many people die so that he would not take that, right? So that is what we go to an experienced doctor. Alright? So when you go to a doctor, what do you say? What doctor will ask?
What is the problem? Why you are here?
What happened? A big round of applause to you. What happened? What's your name? Suma. Suma ma'am, a big round of applause. See, processing what I want to tell. What happened? Only that doctor will go tell, okay? You will say headache, body pain, cold. I have never experienced like this type of fever in my life. Every day we go and tell this. Especially go with your parents, no, when you're small, your mother. Don't tell more. Doctor will give more power. How many of you experience your mother saying, don't tell everything to a doctor, right? Tell little to a doctor, right? I know one family that women doesn't go to doctor. Whatever symptoms she'll tell the daughter not to go, tell the symptoms and get the medicine. So fearful to me, doctor. So doctor asked just one word. What happened? That's the end of his thing, right? So you will explain everything. That is for discuss. I'm just giving an example. You have to think from your data set perspective. That is descriptive analytics. What happened? Say for example, if I'm going to take a data set of these 5 years, what is the pattern of data, which product sold better, which product didn't sell, what are the patterns which makes the person diabetic, what are the patterns which makes the person getting heart disease or not. And next, you tell the symptoms. Then the doctor, if you go to an experienced doctor, then the doctor will say, see the symptoms, it will be typhoid and malaria, viral fever, corona, varana or something he says. But still he said, to rule out, let's go for a blood test or a scan. So that is diagnostic analysis. Diagnosing which factors have got strong correlation to this result. You know, learn about correlation, Pearson's correlation. So that is what is diagnostic analysis. Next is predictive. At the end of the diagnosis, he will correctly say these symptoms and this report says and this is your disease. That is predictive. Right? If you take a sales data set, taking the data patterns, visualizing it, diagnosing which salesperson has done a very good person or which was not doing or which product was good, which product was not. And then you predict it, when I'm trying to enhance this, then I get good sales. At the end, every business is just only for profit. Right? And then after he predicts what is your disease, what the doctor will do, he will write a prescription. It is readable or not readable, only the doctor and the shop will know. Right? So then he writes the perspective. Perspective analytics is optimization to avoid. Say for example, one particular person in your company is giving a problem. When trying to pull it out and we just cannot say with your data. That will help you. Right? Which product has given a lot of failures, then you stop the manufacturing of the product. Right? Maybe some courses in colleges, next year this course is not there. We are introducing the computer science, information technology, AIDS, AIML, cybersecurity, all computation, but heart of everything is only computer science. Yes? But mechanical, civil and all has gone out of it. But you know, they are only 2 engineers. Right? Yes, mechanical, civil and electrical only 2 engineers. True engineer. At times, after some years, in 2050, you'll find they have the huge advance than computer science. Again, this college will again reopen. Mechanical department, civil department, electrical department. I know computer science is not engineering. We say I'm a computer science engineer, but real engineering is only mechanical, civil and electrical. Alright? So, see what ma'am told. Diagnostic, descriptive is what happened. Why did it happen? Right? Predictive, what will happen? And perspective is taking a decision and what should I do to prepare. This can you apply all the UN SDG course data sets that you have tried on yourself? I told you to find the data set, right? Or an application, is it applicable all these 4? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. So this is the heart of data sets. You can apply whatever it is. Right? If you want, you can make it on the what should I do? it's done?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. See, when you learn this, then data science becomes easy. Right? So today we are going to see only this descriptive and diagnostic. The next is predictive and prospective. I told this skill is needed for everybody, in for whatever department you belong to. Right? So it is values less, values more. Right? So even for, we'll take data sets of healthcare. Right? I will take diabetes health. Anybody has worked with diabetes data sets? Alright? I'll tell you how to directly take data sets from UCI. How many of you worked in UCI machine learning repository? You know about UCI machine learning repository?
We know we have done
From
Kegel.
I think only Kegel and GitHub plays a vital role in the lives of students. This comes to project. Alright? But also it has got error. You can use Kegel. I don't deny to it, right? Even in software companies, nobody is coding from scratch. But you should know how to figure out errors, how to rectify errors. And we are very intelligent now, use ChatGPT.
We only take data sets, ma'am.
Yeah, you can take data sets, you can also take notebooks, no denial. But it will have error, you should know how to rectify those things. And I also tell ChatGPT, how many of you use ChatGPT? For what you use? Assignments. Huh? The answer to the question. I have taken paper publication is ChatGPT, you give it to me, I can tell you on Turner 10, right? On Turner 10 it will tell AI generated. Even when people see, when people come to me for research paper or any article publication, after the third line they read, I can tell from which tool they generated this. Because I know, we also work ChatGPT, but you should know when to use ChatGPT. When there's a college called Auxilium College in Bangalore. It's only for women, started by a old Christian missionary, right? She gives education for poor children, poor women in Bangalore, right? And you know what is the conference talk? When to use ChatGPT, when not to use ChatGPT, how to use ChatGPT, how not to use ChatGPT. You can see on my YouTube channel. I've given an enormous talk on that. See, as faculties, you can have. Even for faculties I've spoken, like AA based tools, how you can introduce your class to the students, how can the starting 3 minutes of your class is very important. To capture the attention. The greatest difficulty of faculty, even me teaching, grabbing your attention for this time. This time, it's very difficult. But that has got a skill, right? So I teach those skills also. Alright? So ChatGPT can use it, not for publications, right? Not for especially students, not for assignment. They use ChatGPT becomes intelligent because it gives a lot of input and human intelligence is going up. Then you'll ask how to work also the ChatGPT, right? So these are different libraries, right? Pandas, NumPy, SciPy, Savvy, Matplotlib, CMOS, and what are the tools you have used in this? Pandas, NumPy, So the code is available. See, I am telling the code is available even for faculty, but you should know how to apply. You have Amardanjan. But you know where to apply the Amardanjan. If you apply your entire body will go. Yes or no? Sometimes what because internet resources. When we learned Java, like way back before 24 years, that's the time we did our engineering. We used to go to library to take complete reference Java book. I think nobody would have used it. Only the older faculties would have used it. Complete reference. And we have got a very good librarian. No Xerox and complete reference. Because 24 years that was like Bible. He will not allow us to take notebooks. Only white paper checked by him. We have to go to the library, sit and write the entire coding. I don't know how you conduct labs here. When we were engineering, my faculty will come on Monday, every Friday is our lab. Friday, this is the lab exercise that we are going to do. That's it, she'll go. Throughout the week, we find from one lab exercise, we'll have 3 solutions. We'll have it in paper, no system had found that time. Right? We wait for Friday, the 3 hours lab. We have to get executed. Once we get it corrected, 10 exercise, 10 marks, then I get 10 internals. Otherwise 0. But now what you give? You give the program, you give the solution, you make the students data entry operators. So don't do that, right? This, faculties not even will teach how the programming will be because that was so new to us. Imagine, we don't have systems, now we have enormous systems. No internet that time. So that is how we learned, that is how I didn't have data science or Python or blockchain that I did cybersecurity in my course. We excelled ourselves. If you want your students to excel, and if you want to excel, self-learning is very important. The same thing we are going to see today. Alright? So, this I am not going to go more into it. You can open up. You're all into your personal Gmail. Not if you ask me. Use the mouse. Okay, welcome team 2. When others they speak, others kindly listen.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are team 2. So, the article that we have chosen is strategies for leveraging big data and analytics for business development. So, the main focus of this article is on extracting the important information and from the big data for that helps in business development. So it mainly focuses on extracting the information. So as we know that in business sectors like healthcare, retails and all that, we have to deal with large amount of data, and it is very difficult to deal with such large amount of data. So we make use of the big data analytical techniques such as AI, ML, and such tools and techniques will help us deal with such large data. So the strategies for leveraging big data, there are mainly 4 steps. Data collection, it involves steps like interacting with the customers, transaction, so we can collect the data in such ways. Then data processing and cleaning, so removing duplicates, null values from the data, collected data. Then data analysis is like using statistical models and doing an analysis on the data. And data visualization, you can visualize your data using charts, graphs, and dashboards.
Now coming to the second point, that is competitive edge. Big data provides role of big data in competitive edge. First is real-time decision making. Big data enables companies to analyze and respond to market trends and customer behaviors in real time. Like for example, if we take retail industries, there they will track the the customer behavior in store or online. That will help them to provide personalized recommendations instantly. Secondly, personalization. In sectors like retail and healthcare, they can personalize their products. Like for example, e-commerce sites, they use big data to provide those products or tell the products based on the search history. For risk management, big data can be used to predict risk accurately. Like example, in insurance companies like to accurately predict frauds. Now, for historical perspective, the evolution of big data. In the early stages, business relied on structured data, primarily collected from transactions, which provides only basic information of the customer. Later, in 2000 to 2010 period, the rise of internet began, where the emergence of social media and mobile devices and e-commerce, which was created in large scale, which provided unstructured data. So businesses started adopting tools, which also was not that accurate because there was a limited in scope. Then the big data boom, that is from 2010 to till present, with advancement in cloud computing with Hadoop, that is a big data processing framework.
Being a resource person is easier. Organizing event is difficult. No, for wedding, bride and bridegroom is happier. But only who are arranging the ceremony full of friends. Imagine your day of wedding, you don't have any tension.
Okay, good afternoon all. After the lunch, hope I'm not disturbing your things. And we will have our paper which speaks about the smart weather data management system using AI and data analytics for precision agriculture. Based on this paper, tell us about how agriculture is getting affected and how we can also use the smart weather data management. When it is going to rain, how the crops can be, they can involve the crops. Now, here we have used different layers for it. We have used the data acquisition layer. For the data acquisition and data storage layer, we have used MongoDB, that is NoSQL. Also for this, we are coming across the data processing layer. For that, we have, for the collection of the raw data, we have used IoT, that comes in your data acquisition layer, and also reanalysis of the data we have used. And for data processing, we have used UAV, that is unmanned aerial vehicle. And next we have the application layer. Also for this we have coming across ET, that is evaporate transpiration. That is because of the evaporation, how it is going to happen from the sand and the soil towards the how the climate changes. The rest will be given this.
I'm going to tell about the goals. So the goal of this project is to develop a smart weather data management system that leverages the artificial intelligence and big data analytics to support the precise agriculture. The first point is enhancing the agriculture sustainability, like optimizing the resources using through efficient irrigation, scheduling, and better agriculture practices. Second point, improving the decision making. So like providing the actionable insights to the farmers and policymakers by processing and analyzing the weather data from the various sources. So third one, simplifying the data handling. So here the challenges like missing the data and integrating the multi-source weather information using the advanced statistical and machine learning models. Fourth one is increasing the accessibility. Offering the solutions that work with limited and easily obtainable input variables, making the precise agriculture viable even in the resource constrained regions. So final point is promoting the smart agriculture, like providing services such as weather forecasting, crop trends listing, estimation, and analogy detection to enable the data-driven agriculture management. Okay. Thank you.
Here we are using mainly machine learning methods, deep learning methods. In acquisition layer, we are using IoT. There we'll record the climatic changes. Yesterday we used rainwater sensor for retrieving data. Here they have used image data, video data, and sensor data. They have stored the large amount of data. Image data is like it's a text data or numbers. It will be in large quantity. It is stored in storage layer. Then processing EDA, then machine learning models. They have used XGBoost, extreme gradient boosting. They have achieved a 97% of accuracy with 0.7% of root mean square error. So that model is achieved a maximum accuracy. Then processing layer means they have used another model, deep learning model, for many factors are there for this. Temperature, soil absorption, water, which area of land is absorbing large water, and which area is getting more nutrients from that water and all. They have distributed the area. It's done. The article is executed in Morocco, and they have used the data set from ETAC, that European data set, and they have retrieved the data. Hyperparameter they have used mainly the climate change, air quality, and global solar radiation. Okay, ma'am will tell them.
Good afternoon. I would like to tell about the marketing strategies that has been adopted by the farmers regarding taking into consideration the AI and also the data analytics to control the demand, how to meet up the demand of the customers and make use of the marketing platforms like it may be social media or digital platforms, and also to understand about what kind of crop and how the demand can be created in the market during the situations. By using of AI and the data analytics, the farmers can also make a huge profit maintenance of the cost reductions or mitigation of the risk. Collaboration activities can also enhance their productivity, and cost sustainability can also be maintained. Thank you.
Yes, I know that this sustainability and everything we talk right now. The conclusion is the project successfully developed a smart weather data management platform, integrating AI and everything for the smart agriculture and everything. Because in India there is no much smart agriculture, because in US and everything there is already autonomous vehicles are there to plant a tree and everything they are doing already. So with that, we try to implement this project in India. It's going. I think it's gonna rocket. It's gonna be hyper success in our India. Like you talked about, like the man said, it is 97% accuracy it got. So the future work is in this article that they are saying like scaling system using advanced data storage technologies. Here I think they use NoSQL, means MongoDB. So we can go with Google Cloud to increase the data storage and accessibility for everyone in the data. So we can do like that. So AI models and through hyperparameter tuning. Hyperparameter tuning means tuning our parameters more accurately, because we'll have a lot of parameters. Maybe we'll have 50 to 60 parameters to take this project. So if you tune that scale down to 10 to 20, so we can easily process the data. We can easily get the results very quickly. So that I can conclude our article. Thank you.
So it's a very good work. See, whatever the thoughts that you have got processed, don't leave it by today. My article discussion is over, that is the end of the day. Don't think you can think this as a project. The team where you are sitting, you make it as a team. Try to write the literature. I'm giving you open call. You can write a literature survey paper. Then I can also collaborate with you, help you to publish this on a Google Scholar journal. If you are interested, at no cost. Alright? But who should work? If you work the same team, same team, you can use it. And you're all in WhatsApp, right? This is what is your outcome. This should be your outcome. It is not that this article discussion that is done for today, let's see for tomorrow article. No. It's see how powerful you are. Yes, sir. Which one team has not done? Please come. There is no need of spin. Come.
No. Vasagi ma'am is not there. There is one more madam. I'll call.
So you have to work on it. See, the climatic conditions is a very good idea. 2050 food production. Who said 2050 food? On heat waves, 1 famous, 1 done. Which state? Who did that? Alright, very good. See, they've come with SDG with gender equality.
Yes, good afternoon everyone. Our team has selected the SDG goal is gender equality, and the paper you can see that can artificial intelligence improve gender equality evidence from a natural experiment. I'll give a brief introduction about it. It was done in China, where there's a game called as Go, which is a male dominated game. So during the COVID time, there was a training session given for the Go game was given. Then they have identified there is a difference in the performance of the players, which is not a gender based. So then they have conducted the experiment. The further details about the experiment will be shared by Kusuma, but I just want to give a little bit information about it, that AI surpasses actually the human teachers. Because the absence of, sometimes in training it happens, the teachers are little emotionally, or you can say some biased towards gender. I think many female will accept this one, that while driving, we are being very much judged. Because of very bad, yeah. So that is why I thought we can add it as a future study to take this one. But to discuss more about the experiment and the data results, I invite Kusum.
In this paper, they have collected 3 sets of information from experiment, which is student and teacher
survey questionnaire, and tournament data, like they conduct training every week's first part of training, and video data which is from tournament data itself. There are 3 sets of data, and they have done statistical hypothesis on these data and whether human teachers or AI teachers is better, and approximately 80% of respondents agreed that AI teacher provide more relevant statistics than human teacher, which improve learning outcome. And more, ma'am will continue about suggestions for improvement.
Okay, the suggestions for improvement are, we need to see what are the limitations the AI training, online training also has. Like we cannot have face-to-face interactions there. So you need a person also along with the AI online training. Both is needed together. So for that, clarify limitations. So you need a in-person classes also, which is required. And next is you need to check, we need to compare with the help of a graph, what is the percentage of boys and girls who are involved into that online training that's happening. And next is we need to check on regular feedbacks. We need to take feedbacks from the students so that we get to know where we lack, so that we can improve on that. Next is future applications. We should make sure that there is no any kind of bias while grading. Especially some people get emotionally attached to students and they grade more for them, and for some others, subconsciously they do it, not intentionally. Subconsciously they try to do that. So that has to be avoided. So for that we need to have a grading system which is very foolproof. So those are some of the improvements which we have.
Just request, want to give a concluding remark saying that when we are talking about the reducing the gender performance gap with the help of the AI. So it was, the experiment has shown that in the beginning, boys were performing better under the control group where the human teachers were training them. With the AI, the girls shows a better.
2024. And he is the person who is world's best player. World's best Go player. And he was playing against Google's AlphaGo, and you know, at the end, AlphaGo won the world's bestest player. Alright, this is the power of artificial intelligence. But always artificial intelligence will not replace human intelligence. It cannot think, and very importantly, it does not have common sense. Right? So you can use like ChatGPT, tools, everything. Every AI tool I can tell you to use, because I am also an AI trainer, and I at the end kindly apply common sense. This is the mantra, right? At the end, if you apply common sense, you would be, you know, there are some kind of people. How many of you are hardworking people? Nobody is hardworking. Hardworking. There are somebody in your college and your students, they are hardly working people. Biggest difference, right? And there are some people who are smart working people. So always be a smart worker. When I say hardly working, some people would have come to your mind now. I know this person, for sure. Many of the times, no, we are judgmental about people. Yes, you lose your peace because you being judgmental. You tell our own children, right? I think this will never come to. But you know, your children will think you know better than yourself. That's what I tell to parents. Some parents will say, how hard I said it, you know, how I obeyed to my mother, how I was obedient. This is not it's about it. Because you obeyed, it does not mean your children should be like you, but they are more smarter than mothers. Right? So now, I told you, right, how to take data set from where? This is also an example of artificial intelligence in industries. Right? In the first autonomous car, first autonomous car by Galileo. I don't know, let us go.
Is it connected?
Yeah. I'll tell you 2 examples and then we move on to the hands-on. right? They are the first key enablers, right? You can see the sensor, the object. You have to tell the source and destination. See, they've given this place for it to test on a circular motion. Can you see this where it works with image processing and how you can map the image onto this and any stumbling blocks. Can you see onto it how it grabs the data? Alright. So you take transportation information. How many of you use cars? Now even if you take your cars to a mechanic now, they've got their socket, they connect to the engine, they figure it out, where is the problem, the software will tell, and then the mechanic. Before, it would be mechanics would be finding out, most it would be trial and error, right? So I'm in healthcare, right? For healthcare, I think nobody has taken healthcare, right? And then manufacturing, energy, transportation, finance, these are the areas where data science plays a vital role. And one paper took on Amazon. I'm very poor in memory. That's what I take, capture pictures. Right? You took Amazon, right? You see how Amazon, right? You have seen, right? I don't know whether the image is there. Audio is not working. So just I'll show this. I'll try to use this my PC monitor. Get an audio. How Amazon you order, right? You pick up orders. How does it pick it up? This is the data warehouse of Amazon. There are so many warehouses, one such warehouse. These are robots. Do you see any human? The entire robot will come, keep in the place, then the person will check the order, they will take it. So huge is the data warehouse, but there's one employee. It's the packaging part. How huge is the factory? How many people are working? Only they check the product. How many labors have been reduced? Right, this is the power of data science, and also in industries, right? And everywhere. Have you seen this video before? This is a robot. Have you seen this? Anna seen. From hotels, AI in automations. Why? show you with the manufacturing. You can see many things are replaced by robots. You know what is robotic process automation? With the AI and robots, they are like human hands, we are mechanical hands, but they can process large volume of data. Alright? Yes, no? Yes, no? Okay, let's play a game. Alright? I know, some of you are trying to open your eyelids. Right? The bad part of mine is I see every eyes before I take, right? So they say, you don't. How many of you like your own name? But you never get a chance, right? Now I give you a chance to tell your name, right? Huh? Yeah, only introducing, but you most is used by your mother. I especially daddy name, no? She'll crank to the extreme level, but you walk less shameless. That's what I say. Names are kept because I take a lot of HR sessions. I'm basically a computer science professional, but still for Indian bank managers or something, right? People keep names only. Mother should like the name because she is the one. Till the end of her life, she'll tell your name, right? And if I tell a name, you have to tell your name loud. If I say clap, one single clap. Rule of the game, understood? Name.
Yes, sure.
Nobody is liking your name. They gave you rice, they gave you sweet, they gave you aplam, they gave you curd rice. Let us see how effectively the food is working. Tell your name if you like your name. Name. Clap. Not like this, we are not in simple letter. One single clap. Clap. In the middle, I say switch. So which means name is?
Clap.
Clap is?
Name.
First we'll play normal. Sit is sit. Stand is? Stand. Stand not in mouth in accident. Sit. In the middle, I say switch. Now I will say. I'm just explaining the game. Alright? Alright? Then I tell you to walk. You can walk around this place. See, the Amazon robots did not crash with each other. So don't crash with each other. It is not in the place given. Alright? Then I say stop. It is normal stop. In the middle I say switch. Which is name is? Clap. Clap is name. Sit is? Stand is? Sit. Walk is? Stop is? Walk. You are all teachers, no?
Yeah.
Every time you see what active session, passive session. Let me see, I want how active you are. Now we are going to play a normal. I will try to confuse you the maximum. Right? Normal.
Which 3 times you will say, madam?
Huh?
Which 3 times you will say?
It will say 100 times.
No,
there is no order.
She can say number of times.
Which I will say? Maybe I have to push the walls. Alright? So, even after this, you are yawning. You played the game, now you will play.
One more round for him.
Alright? So these are some techniques you should use during a class session to keep your class students awake. Sorry, it is 45 minutes. Imagine my class is in a game till 5 o'clock keeping it. And one student, I don't know whether it was student or staff, came and told me, your class is very nice, you keep us active. Alright? So getting at that to right, wherever I go for sessions, right? Anywhere. They see my name, they put me post-notes. They said only you can keep the team awake. Alright, but it's a very hard task. Alright, so now we are going to start working with your hands on. Alright, so some of you have already worked with UCI, so and some of you already worked with Colab, some of you have not worked with Colab. Alright, so today we are, because I need to cater for those who have not learned to learn more. Right, those who know already, then we'll see what is to be done. Right? So, listen carefully. See, from UCI, Google. I am going to take diabetes data set. Can you tell which SDG goal it will set?
Health.
Which number I want with the number? What is a good? Well-being. Being well-being. Alright? Good health and well-being. Alright? So I am going to take, listen carefully now. I told these are benchmark data set, right? Now listen, I'm going to take the CDC. I'll give you time, wait. Don't be in a hurry, wait. I'll give you time. During this session, I want you to listen. I'll give you listening time, working time. During working time, don't listen. During listening time, don't work. Alright, go. So the CDC data set, I'm going to use it. Alright, it is for using for classification. There are three things. One is classification, clustering and regression. That is what in data science. Classification examples are, you take students, what is the outcome of students at the end of the exam? You go for a diabetes checkup, what is your outcome? Diabetes outcome. If you go for buying a product, either you buy the product or not, the sales is won or lost, right? You go to ICU, either you dead or you are alive. That is the target, right? So everything has got target. If you take cancer data set, either you have cancer or level 1 or level 2 or level 3, level 4 cancer, that is multi-class, right? So this is, whenever you have a target, when students come for admission, all applied gets admission, so admitted, yes or no. With that, we have got huge data set for the faculty student, how many applications have received last 5 years, how many admitted, after admitted, how many cleared your course, and how many are placed. You know, that's a bigger data set. We have the data, but we are not working on that, right? So, whether they get admitted or not, whenever you have a target, then it comes under classification. Suppose these values, it's not a continuously changing variables, right? Say, for example, you want to, how many of you are in Karnataka for so many years? How many of you are in rented house? Different rented house, before own house, right? If you go to one place in 2019, one rent. The same place 2020? Increase or decrease? Increase. Then you take gold prices. Increase or decrease? It keeps increasing. Stock market. Both increases and decreases. Whenever you are at your gender, no changing. Age name, female. When there is no change and you have a target, then it is classification. When you have changes on your attributes, right, and you have a target, then it comes to the regression. Whenever you have continuously changed variables, you get regression. I always tell this example on gender for regression, right? It doesn't change. People make it strong in their mind, right? So those things that does not change come under classification. Whether you are a male or female, it will not change for life, right? Whether you want to buy a house or you want to rent a house, you get it or not, but the price keeps changing. Petrol price, the diesel price. So whenever the attributes keeps changing, you should go for regression. Whenever it is going to be constant, you have to go for classification. The third method, you will see those things which data set you can work here, right? And third set is called clustering. How many of you go to malls? Everyone? For why you go to malls? For window shopping. Second? Just to roam. OC, AC. You know, when you go for blood test, it tells you whether you are going to be pre-diabetic. How many of you are aware of it? Kindly go to the testing of it. And after I did the test, I came to know there is something called pre-diabetic. So when you know you're pre-diabetic, you can start controlling the consumption and your lifestyle and the food way, so you will not become diabetic. H1B, A1C, and also there's another test which tells you the level, right? That 5, 4, 3, when it is crossing 5 and 6, they say you can be pre-diabetic, right? So these are, how many instances are there? 253,000 instances, or you say to be 2,50,000. Indian and international system refers the same. So it is the founder CDC, right? And this is the data set they have taken from this thing, CDC government. So that is what it is called, CDC data set. It has missing values? No missing values. So this is the data set we are going to work on with. So this is a benchmark data set, and they have donated that to UCI Machine Learning Repository. Can you see here? This is from Colombia. Where it is? Colombia. 50 states of Colombia, Where? One of the states in USA. What is the exact place? the USA, you don't know which is USA also. This all comes under Latin Americans. Right? Latin Americans are not poor. See, Central Americans are wealthy, but Latin Americans are not that strong. So that part of people they have taken. And see, the best part of now what UCI is given is that, right? You can directly import into Python. Can you see? If you click on, you will get this coding. Yesterday sir I taught you, right? Yes. Import, how to use pip install, right? So you can just copy this coding. Alright, that's my folder. Right? That does not want to use pip install. But this is a package which is not inbuilt, so we are installing. Yesterday itself we have learned it. Right? So after that, they are itself giving the coding. What is they giving? From UCI, Machine Learning Repository, import fetch. Right? So here I am going to fetch this. You need not try to understand. They are giving which ID they want. Right? And there are two things. One is features, one is target. What is the target? Let me know, at least one is going to say. What is the target? Diabetes? Pre-diabetes, diabetes or healthy. So that is your target. All those targets will be into Y. So what are the X will have the features, Y will have the target. For example, if you take your college, how the student does in first internal, second internal, when the teachers will predict, I know definitely you are not going to pass the semester. Because they are good machine learning algorithm people. Yes, we tell them, for lifelong you are not going to settle down. Right? So because they train you, they know you more. So we have training data set and testing data set that will come with the time. So this will have the features. Target is what? Your endpoint of it for classification. So these are metadata and so what are metadata can you see? This is the column name. Alright. So from the data set and it is having all the indication. What is 0? It will have 0, 1, 2 and 3 only. 0 is no diabetes. You all got this output? Yes. 1 is pre-diabetic, 0 or diabetes, right? BP, you know what is blood pressure? Will tell you it's because of you, my BP is increasing. Yeah. So cholesterol, you know this has got, these are grandparents will say. Okay. So no cholesterol check in 5 years or 1 check. You know what is BMI? In India it is totally irrelevant for us. Right? So have you smoked 100 cigarettes or have you had a stroke or you had some heart disease, right? Or physical activity. How many of you go at least for walking every day? If you don't go for walking, then we go for permanent sleep. If you don't go for walking, you go for permanent sleep. That's a good way of saying. See, at least, can you walk 30 minutes per day? 30 minutes or 15 minutes. Get up in the morning, go for walking. Myself and my husband, we go for street walking. If it is raining, in our terrace, we try to walk for 15 to 20 minutes. Right? We invest for Diwali, for Christmas, for Pongal, for Ramzan. How much you buy a dress? Minimum? Huh? Rented dress. Wow. You don't rent your bride and bridegroom, okay? So that is going to happen after some time. Alright? It is happening, yeah? Okay, that is a good, very good culture. So, you buy dresses to wear at least 2,000 rupees minimum, right? If you want to show your body good, your health is important. Imagine yourself in fever, how do you dress up yourself? Makeup, eyeliner, mascara, mascara, right? If you only sleep, right? Your health, go for walking, right? Walking is something that's very, very important. How many of you go to gym? So whatever I'm telling, I'm doing it, right? Don't tell she's coming, don't see my structure. After my sickness, I go for gym at least weekly 3 days, not to reduce or heavy gym, just to move all my joints. Don't go to gym and try, I am going to weight gain, and nothing is going to happen after these years. Right? See, it is all genetical. My grandmother was like that, and then so we are like that. But health is a, you go to gym at least 3 times a week, not for heavy exercise, move your bodies. You see, I'm looking slim, I'm looking healthy. You know, one of our Tasandar who's known to us, a very good man. You know who's Tasandar, right? Right? I've never seen a Tasandar who never gets a bribe. And if the document is good, only he will sign. He's just 45 years old. After the day of Diwali, he slept and didn't wake up. He passed away due to heart attack. He's slim, no tummy, very active. His son is studying the 6th standard. We don't know what we see our outer appearance. Only our internal, you know, our egg, you know. If it is rotten or not, it is looking the same. We don't know what is inside our body. That's what I tell people. We see we look beautiful and everything, but your health is your. Kindly go for gym at least 3 days a week. We are spending so much on all dresses. You buy a car, take EMI loan. Buy a house, take EMI loan. In that you should live and you should enjoy that. That is very important. That's what I tell people. So go for walking at least. Don't tell I walk in college. Always I'm standing in the, even I am standing for a long time. But still I go for not every day, at least weekly 3 days. This is very important. Even at younger, because in our school we had one student, she joined, it went a year back and 3 years before. She joined in CMC Velu for emergency, there is physician, I don't know. When you get into emergency, these physician assistant to go. One boy was from Velu, he was sitting in Arcad bus stop to go to Velu. Just second year BSc student passed of heart attack in the railway station. So after hearing this, without help, nothing is there. So please do take care of your health properly. So consuming fruits, consuming vegetables, these are different criteria they've taken from Latin Americans. So how many columns are there? 22. So now we are able to understand. So what is X? So I'm going to use X dot head off. Right? Can you see here? What is X? X has all the features. Y has got the target. What is target? Diabetes or not. Alright? So X. So can you see 0 and 1? 0 is no BP, 1 is BP. Right? See if we give, listen, X dot head off is from pandas. Right? So if I default it is 5. If I give 2, you will get 2. What I give X dot tail? Last row. Head off, tail off, right off. Rows number. This is concatenating same number of rows? Yes. Yes? Can you see? Yes, ma'am. Alright. So once I imported into X and Y, I need to know what is the data type. What is the data type? Data frame. The data frame is the data type. Now try this. Try this. Try these 3.
Sir, break will be given after 10 minutes.
Y axis is equal to what? This column is concatenation. Axis is equal to 0, row is concatenation. Alright, axis is equal to 1, this column is concatenation. Row axis is equal to 0 will be row wise concatenation. So after that, now if I put df, how much it will be?
22.
20. Okay? Listen now. Listen now. So df to everything statistics, mean, median, higher level of statistics, signal processing. Then what? Image processing, graphs. I don't know any engineering faculties here. Engineering students go. Next. Anybody in astronomy? Cognitive, architecture, geological, geoscience, chemistry, math, basic and bioinformatics. Everybody you can use for their content using compilers. Right? So what I said, generally it is per day I get 70 minimum unknown numbers. Right? What will I get it from our 2 schools, some for company, some for this. So I should take how I wait for the other person to speak for some while and then I try to answer. Alright, now you understood? Anything you take into pandas is data frame but values in frame. Yeah, nobody will drop it. So, in that I told first is descriptive analytics.
Yes.
Fortunately, the data set, whatever I have taken, everything is of what data type? Integer data type. Yes, you see, df.d types. Yes. Everything is integer. Info will tell you what is the information of your data set. Can you see here? Here itself we can see no null, which is no missing values. Alright, 22 columns. And the describe of function will tell me all columns in descriptive analysis. Alright, so I'll tell you this. This will be the same for all columns. Count. What count will say? Unique values of the entire data set. What does mean? Average. What is STD? Standard deviation. Minimum? Minimum. Mostly it is zeros and ones, so it is 0 and 1.
Yeah.
Right? And top 25% of data how it is.
What is
Top 50% of data how it is. Right? What is 50% of data? Median. A big round of applause for sir. Many times, see, I have taken data science session for more than 100 or 150 times. I don't know the past 50 days, 3 years. Alright. So, first time whenever I ask 50%, what's your name, sir? Lakshman Bhai.
I didn't know the quantity techniques.
Always teachers are more excellent. Right? I always say, that's what I did when I went to principal. If ma'am would have asked for students workshop, I would have hesitated coming from Chennai to Bangalore. But I always like investing on faculty members. You know, I don't know who's taken them on himself. She came for an online session, then I met her. She is such a good person who will follow you even if you forget her. And she learned online 20 hours machine learning course. Right, with the team, not only her. And the best thing I like, she collaborates and pull people. Not only I should be benefited, many should be benefited. That intention many does not have. Are you what? How many of you are living in joint family? How many of you are living in secular family? Only you, your husband, wife, children? That children will not know what is tolerance at all. Yes, when you have to stay with the grandfather, grandmother, they will shout for no reasons. Your mother, father won't speak anything. This is your grandfather. Nowadays, if you take children to some weddings, no, father, mother, don't tell anything to my child. Before when we go for wedding, no, we are so afraid of people who will comment on us when we are small. Just you should not wear. Now before that, parents should go and submit. That is what we itself we lose the lack of self-confidence, right? And this analytics is called as descriptive analytics. Trying to know about data. Everything, yes or no?
Yes.
Alright, and the next thing I'll show you and I'll give you time to work. This is N-Unicode. How many of you worked in N-Unicode? df.N-Unicode will tell me how many unique values are there in the data set in a particular column. This you should know it to generate counts. Alright? df.N-Unicode. Alright? And only if you want only age, how many is there in age? Age, how many unique values? 13. If you want to know unique values of 13, then you give df of age. So minimum age is 1, maximum age is 12. Where is 13? 13. So this, now you know, this is a data set, right, taken. So now you can go and find on the information that is given earlier. What does this age specify? You remember? What does age specify? 13 level age indicator. It is not 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Right? So here they are given 13 level age indicator. So these things, that is what. So getting it? Nicely playing. When you become experienced, then you go for the values. You know what is histogram?
Yes.
Right, same thing you can bring it out onto the data set. You can take your mark of your student, analyze it visually and show to your students. And you can make it for individual students. Right? How they are doing it, how they have been doing right from first semester, now how they are in the third semester. Right? So creatively you can work it out. And you can give it as a project for your own students to develop. But you should know what is the technique and big activities you will have this time. But you can also go on with your students along. Have you all tried it? Yes? Yes, no?
Yes.
See, this is a package for missing numbers, right? If there is missing numbers or not. Import missing numbers. I will show you, right? Import missing numbers as MSNO, that is user defined. See, can you see the bar graph? There is no missing values. This is a visualization for that. Okay, try it out. You can work even for crores of data, millions of data, billions of data. Sometimes once we are working in a project, you know, we are not getting error. We are getting errors on machine learning. That was 1.2 crores of data. After this visualization, what we found, in one row of one column was missing value. So
Use the data set with the missing value.
yeah, so there are different types of imputation techniques are there. So you can do an imputation with mean, median, mode or most frequent value. And there are many algorithms for imputation. If you are doing research, you can write your own imputation algorithm, the Kane and imputers. Imputation itself is a big research. Missing numbers, got it? See, I got the samples, right? Semester 1 students will learn well. Semester 6 the students will know how to learn. That is why as the time is clearing, it will count. How many of you completed this? Alright? I'm not going for group, right? See, we have tried, listen carefully. Sir, your lunch was heavy, sir. What's your name?
Arun Kumar.
Arun Kumar. Whenever you yawn, I see this. That's a good part of it. But even after yawning, I still awake, no?
Ma'am, I have till that I have completed.
That is because of my positive energy. It is very difficult to keep yawning people awake. Alright? just for not to have. So SLS dot cat plot is called as categorical plot, right? So we use count plot. What we get in count plot? X is equal to diabetics binary. That's all, right? Yes. Data equal to DF you give. So I want something on x-axis and y-axis. So I go for categorical plot. On my x-axis I am going to define diabetes binary. Y-axis I am going to define age and what is the kind of data, what is the kind of plot I want? I want to have bar plot. Write it out. Yes, got it? Yes. Got it? Yes. Everyone? There are people still working. No, you can just give blood columns. That itself should be the problem. So you all got it? Alright. The next I am going to show you the box plot. Can you see the box plot? Same thing. Listen. See, the skeleton is the same. What you want on x-axis, what you want on y-axis. I give you a trick to learn. X-axis keep number of unique values less. Y-axis keep number of unique values more. Then you get a good graph. Able to understand x-axis keep number of unique, the n unique of views, right? Keep it less. On y it is more. So here I see the skeleton will be the same. Box plot or Gaussian plot or violin plot or scatter plot or whatever plot. You have only three categories. What you want on the x-axis, what you want on y-axis, and what is your data. So x is gen health, y data equal to BF. And what is Q? Right? Without Q, I will show you without Q and with Q. Then you will understand the difference. See, what is box plot? Somebody said about outliers, remember?
Yes. Yes.
So to find the outliers, you go in for box plot. Can you see here? The general health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gen health. Right? So I am just getting gen health and BMI. Listen carefully. In that general health, I want to know how many are diabetics or non-diabetics. For that, I include Q. I repeat it. Only if I give x-axis, only if I give y-axis, and data, I get like this. Able to understand? General health. If I give it with Q, within this, 0 is what? What is 0? 0 is non-diabetic. What is? So, when you see in this graph of general health, see, okay. See, if you see here, without diabetics, the BMI is, what is your inference from this? X-axis is general health, y-axis is BMI. In that, I am trying to have you to find who have diabetes. What do you understand from this? People who have diabetes are non-diabetic. People who are non-diabetic have lesser BMI. People who have diabetics have more BMI, which means diabetes has a greater correlation with the BMI. This is what insights you can. This can give generic charts. That's what I did. This do not have common sense. Right? I don't know, it is not machine. Now this will. Can you see? All less BMI, no diabetics, more BMI diabetics. See in 5, how huge it is.
Yes, ma'am.
See, these inference you should write and go for research journal publications. One data set, we have lakhs of papers. Sometimes you don't think already this is a free round data set. You can take a data set and you can work on it. Can we try this now? With you and without you. Huh?
You can come to the center. Take video, you tell your name, which college you belong to, and what was your name.
My name is Yashwant Reddy. I am from Adria College, AT Institute of Technology, Nepal. So the session was too good. As ma'am said, one quote, right? Expect the unexpected. I need to join another 2 words. Expect the unexpected, so you never get disappointed. Yeah, it's a dialogue. It's not my one credit. It's a dialogue from Spider-Man No Way Home. It's a Hollywood movie. There, the heroine Zendaya, the wife of the girlfriend of Spider-Man, she will say, "Expect the unexpected. You will never get disappointed." So always expect the unexpected. So you will never get disappointed. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you for showing us all these good things. I learned some of these basics, but not these much in depth. I did my masters there. We got all these basics of analytics, not this much. I learned some math problems, that's it. But the session was great. I reviewed a lot of things here, and the way you said to us to the practical articles. Because in our college also, our faculty, our HOD is forcing us to publish the papers. So yeah, in our college, yes. So we used to ask our HOD, ma'am, we are not research scholars, we can't able to publish the papers. So we go sidetrack. We use ChatGPT, we use Gemini to publish all those papers because we will not get time. So the way you explained all this, how we can, you gave us to tips like learn this abstract and conclusion, you get to know what is the future was. So that's why we can work on that base paper. So thank you for that good things, tips. Thank you for the tips. Thank you. Thank you for this. Again, once again, as yesterday I said, thank you for bringing this ma'am as a first. Thank you for bringing ma'am as our mentor.
It's our pleasure.
Yeah, as our mentor for this second session. Thank you.
You know, I don't watch any movies. I don't know. I've never watched any movies. So
she's not able to join.
I think I'm showing you the 100th